If you've ever had your VA claim denied and felt that was the incorrect decision, the Supreme Court might actually agree with you now because finally someone is speaking up and doing something about it. This could be huge and mean ripple effects for VA claim changes all across the board. Let's get into it today for this story. I'm Jordan Anderson with VAClaimsAcademy.com. Here is a little known law that's actually codified. This is written in the VA's own system, governed for how they're supposed to rate your VA conditions. There has been a law in place that for years and years has largely been ignored. Let me give you an example. It's very rare that everything is black and white in a VA claim where it's like, oh, we have everything here. Clearly this veteran went to the doctor every single time they were hurt and they checked it in and the doctor took perfect notes. This one is approved. It's very rare in real life. We know sometimes how bad it was, especially back in the day, to look like you were going to be camping out at med call or sick bay all day, or sometimes doctors aren't really, the best at taking the notes for you. So here's what happens is a lot of claims, I would say most of them, are sort of judged on a personal level where there's some good evidence, maybe some questions, but we have to make a decision. If this decision is close, meaning, hey, the veteran has a story, there's some evidence that kind of corroborates that, it could be 50-50, the veteran is supposed to get the benefit of the doubt every single time. You are supposed to be favored in the tiebreaker. As you can see right here from Title 38, when there is an approximate balance, so it's pretty close, you have some negative and positive evidence, the benefit of the doubt is supposed to default to the claimant, you, the veteran. So for instance, when a veteran was told during their military service, don't go to sick call, you don't want to be weak, all this stuff, and then of course they're going to have a somewhat questionable VA claim later down the line, you're supposed to get the default positive decision. But how many times do we see many veterans get a close call claim and they get denied? I see it all of the time. It's because largely, in my view, this rule is being ignored, and that is exactly what people are claiming here, and it's going all the way to the Supreme Court. According to military.com, this case is called Bufkin v. McDonough, and they even mention that the outcome of this could affect thousands of even previously decided VA claims. So for instance, if you were denied and it was one of those on the fence claims and the benefit of the doubt law was not properly enforced, this could open up lots of opportunities for maybe even back pay, but at least for getting a route to getting a favorable decision. The benefit of the doubt statute has two mandatory requirements. It requires, get this, the VA to consider all medical and lay evidence. Okay, so these are your personal statements. This is why I always am jumping up and down, letting you know to make sure to write a personal statement for each and every condition. And that's why I do this for clients as well, because they are required to weigh all of this. So if a personal statement can bump you up to that where it's at least 50%, whether they should give it to you or not, that could get you over the top. And information relevant to the issue. And then it requires, if there's approximate balance, like we said, that the veteran gets the benefit of the doubt. So again, do you think, I want to throw this back to you, do you think that this has been happening the past few years? Have you felt like you've been getting the benefit of the doubt? I want people sounding off. I'm sure certain people have, a lot feel like they haven't. How do you think this is going to go? Because it looks like they're going to reach a decision as soon as springtime. So the key takeaway of this entire saga is this. We know that in the VA disability process, you want to do one thing, focus on one thing, and that is limiting, you can't eliminate it, but limiting the VA's influence over the process and maximizing your own influence over the process. What does that mean? That means if you're letting a VSO file your claim for you, if you're letting someone else log into your account and do your claim and do all of this without getting educated, without taking it by the horns, you're going to get inconsistent results, especially if you rely on the VA to follow their own rules and regulations, right? Max out everything. Make sure that you can be at peace going to bed at night knowing that you did all you could to maximize your rating on behalf of you and your entire family. And that's the key takeaway. Let me know what you think down below. Definitely share this with someone who needs it. Cheers.